All right, beautiful Aries souls, gather close, lean in, because what I am about to share with you is not just a message. It is a cosmic tremor, a seismic shift that is about to ripple through the very foundation of your world. Are you ready to hear something that will shock you to your core in the most magnificent way imaginable? Because you, my fierce and fiery warriors, are about to be reborn. A great and powerful gift, one that you have been fighting for, praying for, and perhaps even given up on, is being placed directly into your hands. Hello, my beloved Aries, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked. This is your sacred space, the place where your soul is truly seen, where your warrior's heart can finally be healed, and where the most profound messages from the universe will find you at the exact, divinely appointed moment. And today, today is a monumental one. I need you to stay with me until the very end of this journey, because I will be revealing a special card, a card that holds the deepest, most potent message meant only for the Aries soul. It's a message that might just bring a tear to your eye, but trust me when I say, it could also be the very answer you have been waiting for all these years. Now, before we dive into this incredible cosmic download, if your heart is already saying yes, and you can feel that electric buzz of truth in the air, do me a favor right now. Smash that like button as a sign to the universe that you are open and ready. And if you haven't already, press that subscribe button to become a part of our incredible Astrology Unlocked family, so you never miss these life-altering cosmic updates. And in the comments below, let me know you're ready to claim what is yours by typing, "I am ready for my rebirth." Let's create a tidal wave of intention together. Right now, as you listen, I want you to feel me connecting with the deepest layer of your energy. I'm tuning into that fiery core of your being, where the whispers of your guardian angels, of spirit, of the universe itself, are echoing with a very special frequency. It's the frequency of return, the frequency of light. And most powerfully, my dear Aries, it is the frequency of a brand new beginning. Thank you for being here. Truly, thank you for your incredible presence, for your passionate comments, your likes, and for every single time you've shared one of these videos with someone else who was navigating their own darkness. But above all, thank you for still being here, for still fighting, for still holding on to that spark of belief that there is something more sacred than all the pain you have endured. Today, the cards have appeared like ancient stars returning to a cloudy night sky. But they are not here to remind you of the darkness you've traversed. Oh no. They are here to tell you with absolute certainty that you have made it through. And the first, most resounding message comes from the Justice card, which did not just appear once, my friends, but twice. This is an unmistakable, thunderous sign from the cosmos that divine and sacred justice is coming for you. And this time, it is not a weak knock on the door. It is a steady, quenching rain pouring down upon the dry fields of your life. It is the powerful underground stream finally touching the very roots of your being that have been aching to come back to life. I know you, Aries. You have a powerful and innate sense of fairness. You are the zodiac's warrior, the one who fights for the underdog, the one who stands up against injustice. But how many times has that battle been for someone else? How many times have you poured your precious energy into fighting for others, only to feel like your own scales of justice were left unbalanced? You've likely asked yourself, time and time again, why did I have to go through all of that? When is it my turn? Well, I want to offer a new perspective today, a piece of wisdom that I believe is crucial for your rebirth. If you look back, truly look back at the fires you have walked through, you will see something remarkable. You never became anyone other than yourself. You still chose love when you were deeply hurt. You still chose to believe when everything around you seemed to fall apart. You still held on to that brilliant light in your heart, even when the darkness threatened to swallow you whole. And perhaps, beautiful soul, that is the most courageous and beautiful thing a warrior can do. It is not about never falling. It is about how you rise. And your rising is now at hand. Appearing alongside this powerful promise of justice is the Page of Pentacles. I want you to picture this card like a single, vibrant green bud, pushing its way through the frozen earth after a long, hard winter. The gift you once thought was forgotten, the opportunity that passed you by, the recognition you never received, the apology that never came, is returning to you. But it's returning in a new, more tangible form. For an Aries, this is incredibly significant. You are a sign of fire and action. You want things to happen now. The Page of Pentacles, an earth card, represents a seed. It's a real, tangible opportunity. It could be a new job offer, an unexpected financial windfall, a business idea that suddenly feels grounded and achievable, or simply the profound feeling of being understood, seen, and loved in the exact way you deserve. In this new chapter, there is no more waiting in ambiguity. There is no more confusion. Everything is about to become as clear as the full moon rising over a calm, vast sea. So, if you are standing on that precipice right now, teetering between doubt and hope, know this: the universe never calls the name of a soul that isn't ready. And you, my dear Aries, have been called. Your name is being echoed through the cosmos, not for you to stand still, but for you to move forward into your destiny. You have navigated the wildest of waves, yet you have kept the softness and warmth of your heart. You did not allow the world to turn you to stone, and that is your greatest victory. True healing, you see, doesn't come from building higher walls or sharpening your armor. It comes from daring to open your heart again, even with the full knowledge that you might be hurt. The magnificent gift that is rushing towards you is not just some external event. It is the crystallization of every single choice you made in silence. It's the kindness you chose instead of anger. It's the compassion you showed instead of blame. It's the unwavering faith you held on to instead of bitterness. The universe has recorded it all. Every gentle breath, every silent tear, every time you had to hold your own hand in your darkest night. If you ever whispered to yourself, "I don't think I can make it through this," I want you to remember that in that very fragile, vulnerable moment, you were quietly planting the seed for today's miracle. Can you guess what that ultimate gift is? Stay with me just a little longer, because in just a few more moments, what your soul needs to hear the most will finally arrive. If this message has awakened something deep within you, leave an affirmation in the comments, not for me, but as a powerful declaration to yourself and the universe. Type, "I am ready to receive the good things the universe is sending me." Or simply hit that like button as a silent promise that you are no longer afraid of the brilliant light that resides within you. Because every single time you share what moves your heart, you are inviting that energy back to you, multiplied 1,000 times over. And now, let us continue our journey, because the deepest part of your soul is listening intently. There are months in our lives when the truth arrives like a tidal wave. It comes without warning, without a gentle touch, but with an absolute, undeniable necessity. And for you, Aries, this is that moment. This is the moment you will finally see what was once cleverly hidden. You will hear what your heart had been desperately trying not to believe. This is the month of your great awakening. What has been unclear, hazy, or confusing will begin to sharpen into crystal clear focus. The doubts that have lingered in the back of your mind, a persistent fog that has clouded your judgment, will finally have answers. Aries, you are entering a phase where truth and major revelations will appear with breathtaking speed, as if the universe has finally decided it will not let you live in a state of confusion for one more second. And these truths, whether they surprise you or initially disappoint you, are the light that is returning everything to its rightful place. Because light, my friends, always finds its way back, even after the longest and darkest of nights. If you feel that you have been living in an unstable or unclear environment, constantly lacking information or having to guess people's motives, you don't need to guess anymore. The truth will appear, and you will know. You will know who is sincere. You will know who is just passing through your life as a tourist. And you will know who is a profound lesson in the greater journey that you must overcome. But even more importantly than that, you will finally understand what you truly need to feel at peace. And here's a secret I've learned. Sometimes peace doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from no longer fearing the answer. The Judgment card in today's reading appears like a resounding trumpet blast from Archangel Gabriel himself, telling you that it is time to rise. It is time to open your eyes. It is time to receive the profound gift of truth that you so deeply deserve. And that truth is not just something outside of you. It is a truth about who you are. It's about the self-imposed limits you have placed upon yourself and the incredible, fiery abilities you forgot you even had. I believe, with every fiber of my being, that nothing frees us more than facing the truth, even when it stings. Because the moment we accept the truth is the very same moment we attain our deepest freedom. And that freedom, Aries, is something that no one can ever take from you again. It is just like the ocean, which never loses its depth, whether its surface is calm or stormy. You may realize some things that make you sad. A few people may fall out of your circle of trust. Some hopes you held on to may dissolve, but what comes immediately after is a profound sense of relief, as if the final layer of a dense fog has lifted and you can see the entire landscape clearly for the first time. And in that clarity, you will understand that letting go is not failure. It is the profound wisdom of a soul who has endured enough to know their own limits and their own worth. Not all truths are sweet, but my friends, all truths will set you free. The biggest lesson here is not about discovering who is right or who is wrong. It is about realizing that you are finally allowed to choose what is right for you. That is the lesson of true maturity. It is the moment you stop asking for permission to live true to your own heart. It is when you stop trying to be the version of yourself that others expect, and you start living as the magnificent, fiery soul the universe shaped you to be from the very beginning of time. I believe this is the month when you will dare to say no to the things that no longer fit, even if you once loved them deeply. You will dare to stand up for yourself without needing anyone's permission or approval. Because for the first time in a very long while, you will know with unwavering certainty what is right for you. And that, my dear Aries, is the greatest power you can possibly awaken. And the beautiful thing is, the universe doesn't just hand you the truth, and walk away. It gives you a concrete gift to go along with it. The Page of Pentacles returns here, showing that the tangible thing you need, whether it's a clear answer, a form of recognition, or a golden opportunity, is being given to you. And this time, it is real. There are no more delays, no more substitutions. If you have ever found yourself saying, "This has been taking too long, it will probably never come to anything," then know that this month is poised to astound you, especially in situations where you gave it your absolute all and still did not see the results you deserved. This is the time when they will finally show up. You have planted the seeds, and now you shall harvest. You will harvest not just with your hands, but with your heart that is so deserving of being healed. If you truly believe in what I've just said, hit that like button and share this video to once again affirm to the universe, I am ready to live a life that is authentic, clear, and abundant. This small action is the most silent yet powerful declaration that you have stepped into a new chapter. But there is still one more thing, and it might just be the greatest gift this month will give you. It is a gift that lies not in anyone else's hands, but within your own magnificent courage. Keep listening, because your soul is about to touch something truly sacred. There are moments in life when we don't need to see with our eyes, but we can feel with our entire heart. It's a feeling of having just completed a long, arduous journey, not just a journey of physical distances, but a deep, winding path within your own consciousness. For you, Aries, this month carries that subtle, powerful wave. It's the feeling of completion. A karmic cycle, one that was long, deep, and at times brutal, is finally preparing to close. And you, the patient and surprisingly compassionate soul underneath that warrior exterior, are standing before the reward the universe has reserved just for you. You are not here by accident. Every hurt you have endured, every time you forgave someone without receiving an apology, every single time you gave while your own heart was still bleeding, all of it was recorded in the vast, loving memory of the universe. And this month, the universe is whispering back to you, I never forgot a single thing. What you are about to receive is not just a gift, it is the restoration of sacred justice. I believe that when people endure hardship with love instead of resentment, all of that suffering is transmuted into light. Aries, you have lived this way, and that light is now reflecting back into your life, ready to illuminate your path forward. The Three of Pentacles card often appears as a clear sign of this. The effort you have put in will finally be rewarded, not necessarily with loud praise or fanfare, but with genuine recognition from those who have silently watched your journey. You may receive an invitation to collaborate on a project, a conversation that opens a major turning point in your career, or even a person who once doubted you returning to say, I was wrong. Because true light, my friends, is always persistent, and those who live authentically are always seen clearly through the passage of time. If you are negotiating a new job, trying to shift your finances, or working to rebuild your life, then this is the month that the puzzle pieces will finally begin to find each other. Not because you are simply lucky, but because you planted the right seeds, even in the most difficult soil. And now, it is your harvest season. I want to share a life lesson that I believe everyone eventually learns, sooner or later. Silent kindness, unconditional persistence, and love without expectation are never, ever meaningless. They just need time to bloom. And you, my dear Aries, are entering the blooming season of your life. The Empress card, the great queen of the tarot, appears as a sacred symbol of abundance, fertility, and profound nurturing. Not only will your finances or your health improve, but so will the feeling of being protected, loved, and divinely guided. Those people who once made you feel like you were too much or too sensitive will begin to see that your passion and your emotions are your true gift. And you, Aries, are stepping into a new land where your sensitivity becomes your superpower. If your heart is resonating deeply with what I've just shared, leave an affirmation in the comments, something like, "I receive my reward with gratitude because I know I've been through so much and still kept my light." Or simply click that like button as a gentle whisper to the universe, "I understand now. I am ready," because what you are about to receive isn't just a result, it's definitive proof that light, no matter how many clouds it must pass through, always finds its way back. And dear one, please don't rush to leave, because the most special part of this transformation is not in the job. It's not shown in your bank account balance, but it lies in the deep, sacred chambers of your soul. A holy reminder is waiting to be revealed, and I will tell you what it is right after this. There are times when you can't quite explain why you feel restless. On the outside, everything seems fine. Life is still moving, things are still happening, but inside, you feel like you are living in a stagnant pool where all movement is slow, heavy, and exhausting. For an Aries, this feeling doesn't usually come from the material world. It comes from a very deep place where your soul is yearning for a monumental change. In this month, the universe will send you a clear signal. It will be a gentle but powerful push to get you out of that old, stagnant water. Whether you are doing online business, negotiating something with a foreign partner, or seeking financial stability, this is the time when you will start to see clear, positive shifts. But the important thing is not just the money or the work. It is how you will begin to feel life flowing again inside of you. The Four of Cups combined with the Two of Pentacles signals a surprise from the universe. It's a gift that may not be what you are actively looking for, but it is exactly what you need. It could be a brand new opportunity, a sudden offer out of the blue, or just a single sentence from a stranger that wakes you up from a long slumber. And that gift doesn't come to make you instantly happy. It comes to push you out of a comfort zone that has become too familiar, yet far too suffocating. I believe that not everyone is brave enough to leave the place they once felt was safe. But you, Aries, are someone whose heart is so fiery and whose soul is so insistent that when it speaks, you cannot pretend not to hear. You may hesitate, you may second-guess yourself, but you do not turn away from the call to adventure. And that is your ultimate power. The Empress appears again as a sacred promise that the door will open, even if you don't yet realize you are standing directly in front of it. You may have to give up something, a stable but unfulfilling job, a safe but passionless relationship, a familiar routine, but that sacrifice is not a loss. It is the price of admission to step into the higher, more authentic version of yourself. I want to share a very personal perspective with you. Sometimes, the universe doesn't actually take anything away from us. It just gently pushes us out of places that no longer suit our expanding souls. The door you have been holding onto so tightly may be closing, but it is not because you failed. It is because another, much grander door is opening just for you, and it will only open when you dare to step forward. You might be facing a big decision right now, with too many choices and too many thoughts, and you feel stuck between your logical mind and your passionate heart. But remember this: the universe always sends you what you are strong enough to receive, not a moment sooner and not a moment later. And if you are hesitating, what you need isn't more advice from others. It is the unwavering trust that you will know exactly what to do when the time comes. If this passage has awakened something within you, leave an affirmation. I am ready to leave the old waters to truly live. Or gently press that like button as a way to signal to the universe that you have listened. Because what is coming is not just an opportunity, it is a new life quietly approaching your shore. And dear one, I have not even mentioned the most sacred part yet. It is something that will make your heart ache with a beautiful sense of recognition. And perhaps you will look back at all your past sorrows with a completely different perspective. Stay for just a few more minutes, because that is about to appear right here, right now. Sometimes, the most precious thing in life isn't what you achieve, but the moment someone looks at you deeply and says, "Thank you for being here." For you, Aries, the past months, and maybe even years, have been a journey of care. You have silently carried unnamed burdens. You have quietly sacrificed your time, your energy, and sometimes even your own emotions to keep someone or some situation in your life intact. You chose to stay when others left. You chose to give when you had very little left for yourself. You chose silence when there was so much you wanted to say. But you stayed. You listened. You loved in the way that only a fiery, passionate Aries soul can. And this month, the universe will send you something, not as a compensation, but to remind you that the brilliant light you carry in your heart has never, ever been forgotten. The Empress card appears one last time, not just as a symbol of nurturing, but as a symbol of being seen, felt, and deeply acknowledged. Perhaps someone in your life, someone you have cared for, forgiven, and still quietly loved, will unexpectedly return and in some way express the gratitude you thought you would never hear. It might not be with flowery words, but with a look, a touch, or a subtle change in their behavior that touches your very core. And in that moment, you will realize that love never truly disappears. It just needs time to reveal itself at the right moment, in the most beautiful way. At the same time, a sense of stability is being re-established in your life. Your home will feel warmer, your health will feel more balanced, your relationships will feel less tense and more comfortable. And the miracle is, these changes are not coming from the outside. They are coming from within you. They are a direct result of the compassion, patience, and light you have steadfastly held onto during the darkest of days. Then you will see something that may seem small, but is profoundly sacred. An old dream returning. Perhaps you once abandoned a plan, paused a passion project, thinking you were not good enough, not ready, or that it wasn't the right time. But now, those things are rising to the surface again, as if the universe has quietly preserved that dream for you, just waiting for you to be healed enough to receive it. Simultaneously, truths that were once hidden will gradually be revealed. Maybe a buried apology, a truth that once puzzled you, or a recognition you have always yearned for. And then, you will see that those who once hurt you are now having to face the very truths they tried so hard to avoid. But your role is no longer to seek justice. You are the one standing beyond that threshold, matured enough to let it all go. You do not need an apology to forgive. You do not need the wrongdoer to admit their fault, because you now know that forgiveness isn't because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You deserve to move forward, to live a life unburdened by the weight of others. And in the space that is cleared by truth and release, love, if you have it, will blossom in a very different way, deeper, more genuine. A companion will help you redefine love, not as a sacrifice to lose yourself, but as being fully yourself, and still being loved for it. And if you are single, open your heart, because perhaps a very special soul who has been searching for you for a long time is about to appear, not to save you, but to co-create a new chapter built on sincerity, maturity, and brilliant light. If these words make your heart ache in the most beautiful way, leave a message like, "I embrace the truth, love, and healing the universe sends," or simply a gentle, like as your way of telling the universe, "I am ready." Because what's coming next may not be flashy or loud, but it will make your heart tremble with profound gratitude. It is time. We have reached the end of this month's cosmic journey, but it is truly the beginning of a new door opening in your heart. This is the special card, the ultimate message for you, Aries. It is the synthesis of everything we've discussed. It is the chariot, supercharged by the energy of the world. The chariot speaks of victory, of determination, and of unwavering focus. It is the universe handing you the reins and saying, "You are in control, you are the captain of your destiny. You have the power to steer your life in any direction you choose." The World card signifies completion, fulfillment, and the successful end of a major life cycle. Together, their message for you is this: your great rebirth is the victorious completion of your past journey and the courageous, focused beginning of your next grand adventure. You have learned the lessons. You have balanced the scales of justice within yourself. You have cleared the path. Now all that is left to do is to move forward with unstoppable momentum and unwavering faith in yourself. You might notice the numbers 12, 8, 3, 4, or 0 repeating this month. These are angelic signs reminding you that you are not walking alone. Each number carries a layer of energy, and the 0, the number of infinity, comes to remind you that you are a truly unlimited soul. If you need one final affirmation for this transformative month, let it be this: I nourish myself with the sun's light, and from there, my inner fire shines ever stronger. You can write it down, whisper it to yourself each morning, or leave it in the comments below as a powerful connection to the universe. Because each affirmation is a seed, and the universe, in its boundless love, will nurture it for you. And if you truly believe in everything I have just shared, if your heart feels something quietly and beautifully shifting within, then I invite you to press that like button one last time to affirm to the universe, "Yes, I am ready." Share this video with another Aries in your life. Perhaps it is the greatest gift you can give someone this month. Thank you for listening, for feeling, and for being so beautifully and authentically present. Keep living with that incredible fire, because your light is so brilliant, and no one should miss it. I will see you in the next message, where another profound journey awaits.